Hi, this is Christine, and I'm going to show you how to use WordPress Formidable Forms to build conditional logic. The first thing we're going to do is create a form and add our first few fields. Now I want to point out that when you are using Formidable Forms, you want to make sure you're either in Mozilla or Internet Explorer, and that Chrome does not work well with this. You'll start out by going to your dashboard. You want to make sure you're in your correct site. If you have multiple sites, you want to double check that. Once you're in that dashboard, you should be able to go down to Formidable and see your submenu as long as you've activated the plugin prior to getting started. So we're going to go ahead and click on Forms, and we are going to add a new form. You must create the form before you can embed a form into a page or a post. Comes with some pre-built forms, but we're going to go ahead and start with a blank form and hit create to start fresh. First thing we're going to need to do is name our form. So I'm just going to say first form. Then we're going to start adding our fields. The first field we add in this case is going to be radio button field. My question is, what is the coldest season? So I'm going to give the options that I want my student to select from. You notice that that hesitated just a moment when I clicked out of it, and sometimes that happens. I'm going to hit enter, and you'll see it took a moment. And I want 4 options, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. Now, once I've done that, I want to make sure the student answers this question, so I'm going to click here for field options and open this up, and I'm going to check mark under required, and then I can close that back up. Now, if the student selects winter, I want them to get a message that says correct. So I'm going to use this single line text, and I'm going to drag that over right underneath there, and I'm going to say winter feedback. And here's the message that I want them to see. Correct. Now, how do I make this only show up if the student has selected winter in the question above? I'm going to click on field options, and I'm going to scroll down here to use conditional logic. This is where I'm going to create my logic statement. Show if all, in the select the field of what is the the coldest season. And when I do that, it's going to give me only the options that I gave the student to select from. I'm going to choose winter. So now it says show this field if what is the coldest season is equal to winter. And now I can just click there to close that back up. I'm going to hit create, and that's actually going to send me to the second tab in a field, in a form. So under first form, you'll see these are the various tabs. So it sent me to settings, and I just want to point out 2 of these. Under general, this is just a place where you can customize the submit button. Under emails, if you want to receive an email each time a student submits this form, you can leave this as is. If not, you can just delete that and then update. I want to point out 2 things on this page, and that is that right here, Formidable ID 15 equals 15, that's the name of this form that you just created. Also, you can preview from this view as well. So if I click on Preview Form, it's going to open up a new tab, and it's not a very user-friendly view. You'll see that it's rather dark, so I usually highlight it, and just to make sure that the functionality is correct, I will select that option that had the conditional logic built on it, and sure enough, when I clicked on winter, here's my feedback. So therefore, now I verified that the functionality is correct. I'm going to go back to my form, and I can go back to add additional fields just by clicking on build. And now I can continue to drag and drop additional items over. I'm going to, just to show you, here's a checkbox option. So there are a number of different options, and each one of them you can create a conditional logic statement within that question. When you're done with that, you just want to always make sure that you've updated it. So that's how you create your first form. And now you would be ready to embed that form into a page or a post.